Stop making music. Stop right now. Hey guys, what's up? It's Brandon with DIY Sound Library again. The reason why I say stop is because a lot of the times I find myself in this very situation where you get up maybe early to work on your music and you have this whole thing planned. You want to finish this record, you want to get this thing done, and the whole day you are go, 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 go. It's just constant work, constant effort. It's actually really draining. And for someone like me, I need a break. I almost need to plan it into my day. I think having breaks is really crucial, and that's why I say sometimes you just gotta stop. Like, stop making the music, take a chill pill, go outside, get a coffee, have a walk, talk to your friends, something. Get your mind off of the music. Now, I only say this out of my experience because I'm that kind of person who's always go, 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 go with projects. Like, I want to get shit done. And for me, I need that opposite mindset of like, all right, let's relax, let's reflect on this, see if what we have right now is good, and then move further based on quality and not so much just getting shit done and going through the motions. Like, you don't want to go through the motions and just do stuff just to do stuff. You know, and I think that comes down to the fundamental question of why do we make art in the first place? We don't make it to make a volume of hundreds of songs just to say we did it. We make it because we really want to make something that's impactful, something that means something to someone or to yourself. And I don't think you can achieve that goal by just going through the motions and never reflecting. Like, at least for me. Like, for me, I have to sit back and say, all right, hold up, let's take a break. Let's look at this from an outside point of view, you know, take some time off of this, come back to it later. And then you come back to it with this fresher perspective, this fresher idea of what actually sounds good and what doesn't, you know? And this is kind of the whole premise of this episode. I'll keep it really short. This will be like a 10-minute episode or so. But I just really wanted to talk about this because I find myself in this situation a lot where I'm just go, go, go. And I need either someone else or this other reminder of just, hey, relax. Let's try to make this a really good product. Let's try to make this song. Let's make that guitar performance the best performance you've ever done on this part. Let's make sure that tone is really the best tone that we can get. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try to make it the best? So that's why I think taking that second to kind of self-reflect and get some space from it is really important. Now, I honestly wouldn't give this kind of like advice, if you want to call it that. You know, you can do whatever you want with this information, obviously. Like, whatever I say, feel free to do the opposite. I'm just kind of saying from my experience here that if you're the kind of person who is hard to get stuff done, you're the kind of person who's naturally very relaxed, very chill, very slow to do things, very slow to take action, this is not the advice, or this is not the kind of thing you should do. I think there's kind of two kinds of people when it comes to working on your music or your craft or your art. It's like, you're either the person who's like, oh, I got so many ideas and I'm going to do them all and it's go, go. It's like, I got to do all these different things and I got to get it done and move to the next one because my next idea is going to be better and it's better and better. Or you're the person who's like, wow, you know, I have this one song, I have this one guitar part, I think it's really good, and I don't know if I want to record it yet. I don't know if I want to take it to the next step. I don't even know if it's good enough, you know? There's kind of those two mindsets, and I feel like if you are one or the other, you should do the opposite of what you are, because it'll make your music better. It'll make everything you do better, because it's that opposite fresh perspective. Now, one of the really interesting things I've been doing recently is purposely listening to records that I don't normally listen to. Like, for me, I've been really into some Charlie XCX stuff, like these like hardcore distorted pop records that I've never would have listened to before, besides from the recommendation I got from my friend to listen to it. So I got hooked on it, this like crazy melodic pop stuff that I don't make. Like, I make indie records for the most part, you know. So for me to listen to these pop songs, it's really a different perspective on how to produce vocals or how to, you know, write your drum beats or your drum production, you know. And so for me, I would recommend this to myself more and even other artists is like, hey, like take a break and listen to stuff that you don't normally listen to. Listen to genres that you don't normally like and just kind of get that outside view of what they're doing in their music. What makes their music good and why does it work? And then maybe you can take that interesting creative twist that in this instance it could be those crazy distorted vocals, but like a super melodic hook. And you can take that and put that in your own record in your own specific way. And I think that's extremely powerful and it's something that I want to do a lot more. And I think it's something that can really make you a better songwriter, a better lyricist, better anything really. Another thing I would say too is maybe kind of shop your music around to other artists or other friends. Just kind of get that outside third person perspective on your music and how it sounds, or, you know, this performance that you just did. Talk to the crowd at your shows, like do an Instagram poll or something like that. Like, what do people really think of what you're producing? Now, I don't think you should base your decision solely off of that, because I think you should have your own opinion. You should have your own thoughts of how to make your own music, and you should be unique. But it's good to kind of hear what other people like, and you can, if you want, incorporate that into your music, or you don't have to, but it's good to know. Because, you know, maybe you play these shows in New York all the time, and you realize, oh, these New York people, they really like these dance grooves that I have in my songs. Maybe when I play in New York, I will purposely do those songs so the audience enjoys it more. Where if you're out in Philly, you're like, oh, well, they really like these like shoegazy things we have on some of our other songs. So maybe, you know, that audience will focus on that. Getting that outsider perspective is good, because you can use that to your advantage. And, you know, it's like, what are we after anyway? Are we after mediocre songs? Are we here just to do stuff because we're making music, or because we just like to write lyrics? Like why do we even make music in the first place? And I feel like it kind of comes down to that core question of, are we here just to go through the motions? Are we here to make a really great song, to hit that person emotionally when they listen to it? Because I feel like that's what art's really about, is like eliciting that emotion from someone if they're feeling what you felt in that moment, or you're trying to get them to feel a certain way. And I feel like you can't achieve that if your process doesn't allow for breaks. Like, I honestly think that. I think a lot of the times I'm very go, like I said before. So just kind of relaxing helps with the quality, I think. Not that you should do it all the time. You shouldn't relax 24/7, because then you wouldn't get anything done. But I think we're after quality. And if you can get better quality by taking that break, then I think you should do it. I really do. Now, hold up now. What I do think is really cool is when bands do it on purpose, to purposely record an album or an EP or a song within a short time frame, because their music has that maybe punky angst where they're just really trying to get it out fast, and like that's what it's purposely meant to do. So if you're doing it on purpose, that's a whole nother thing. If you're unaware of what's happening, then that's kind of what we have to be cognizant of. Are you trying to make this record sound like that? And if you are, that's great. Like, hell yeah, do that on purpose. Like, make this fast, impromptu, improvised type of thing. Like, that's cool as fuck. That's kind of what jazz is, you know? Like, jazz is improvising, you know? It's, you know, whatever you're into, just kind of know what you're doing and do it on purpose. You don't really want to always go into something not knowing what you're doing. You should have some kind of vision, some kind of idea of where you want it to go. Also, it's just a general reliever of stress in anything you do, even at like your day job, you know? You don't want to hear from the same people. You don't want to be told what to do all the time. You just kind of want to take a lunch break, you know, something to get away from it all. So even with music, it can get like that, where you're kind of really slaving away at something that you love, but at the end of the day, it is work to a degree. So yeah, I mean, I think music's basically about not letting your ego get in the way, but also letting your ego be the uniqueness of your song. It's like this dichotomy of both. Like, you should hear other records and take that into account. You should take those breaks. You should listen to other people too, but you should also have that internal compass of what you like and what your internal values are when it comes to making drum beats or making guitar parts or whatever you do. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Like I said before, like if you're that person like me who's always working, it's good to just stop. Like just stop for a moment and reflect. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna head out on this one. So thanks for listening, DIY Sound Library. Peace.